Okay, so here we have our function. We're going to do a problem that's similar to Chapter 6 review, number 21. So the first thing that we're going to do when we have our function is we're going to graph it. So we come over to the graph and we look, and you can see that I've graphed this function, and I can see where the zeros are. I have 1, 0 here at -1, and this one I can't really tell where that is. And these zeros down here, these are imaginary zeros, okay?